Ramesh Sopti, the Managing Director and the Chief Executive Officer of IndusInd Bank, joins us to throw more light on the quarterly performance for the quarter gone by. Mr. Sopti, my compliments. The environment was tough, but your numbers were very strong.
Thank you.
Are these sustainable?
Yes, I think this quarter. Well, I think this quarter probably was the worst in terms of the pressure on the cost of deposits, because as you saw that towards the end of March, 90-day money went up to as much as 12%, and since then I think rates have come off as a consequence of the rate cut. So I would imagine that quarter 4 actually from the NIM point of view was the toughest, and therefore it should be easier to sustain.
So at a time when generally cost of capital is up, NPA concerns are high, if you have managed to outperform the industry average, my obvious curiosity is that what is the secret sauce you have?
Sorry, can you come again? I lost the
Right, not a problem.
earphone.
You know, I'm curious to understand the secret sauce which you have. Why is that you've managed to outperform the industry average by a huge yardstick?
In terms of the credit growth, or in terms of overall
Both in terms
bottom
of
line?
growth and in terms of margins, because 3.2% margins are one of the highest in the industry, and a 30% jump in PAT also, that is one of the highest number in the industry, only after HDFC Bank.
Well, I think we have just followed the trending that we've seen over the last, I think 16 quarters now. Loan growth is a function of, two parts of our book, which is, one is the consumer finance part, which is dominated by, as you know, vehicle financing, where we've seen very strong and robust growth for the industry as a whole. And I think most of the larger players have shown very hefty growth. And on the corporate side, although there was, the market saw a slight sort of reduction or shrinkage in the disbursements for term loans, the working capital part still went apace, and we are a working capital bank. So I think both books showed healthy growth, and so it was in line with the growth we have shown in the past quarters. As far as the bottom line is concerned, a lot of our fee income, for instance, is delinked from balance sheet growth, and those particular elements continue to show a healthy growth. So whether it's distribution income, which is really funds and insurance and foreign exchange, or it's our general banking income. So we saw even trending. So I think there's no magical trick, there is no rocket science behind it. We had branch expansion, which also helped us. 100 new branches were at work, and I think that helped us sustain the growth momentum.
Mr. Sopti, what about going forward, FY13? What is the outlook on the CASA growth that you are going to project, and what sector, according to you, will see more growth in terms of credit?
Going into quarter 1 also, we are still seeing pretty good trending on our vehicle financing part. We do expect that will grow at an even pace, perhaps not as much as the 40% that we showed in last year, but still we do expect a 25-30% growth in that part of the business. Sectorally, I don't think we have a particular bias in the working capital side, so we don't see a problem doing the 25-30% growth. As far as the CASA is concerned, CASA in the whole system shrank. By their estimates, it shrank by 17 to 19%. Of course, we got relief from the fact that 100 new branches came into play, and the SA part has grown pretty robustly. The CA, of course, shows more volatility, but overall we do believe that our new-to-bank customer acquisition momentum, we now acquire close to 60,000 new customers every month, should take us to another 900,000 to 1 million customers. So we are banking on the SA part more than the CA part.
As per the latest RBI regulations, promoters would now have to bring down their stake in IndusInd Bank. Could you tell us how much would the promoters want to bring down the stake by?
Well, the promoters in the case of this bank have given a sort of a roadmap which was agreed with the RBI 3 years ago. That roadmap is being followed, and according to that roadmap, the promoters have to come down to 10% by the end of this calendar year. They're at around 19%. So they're committed to bring that down. So there's nothing new which has really appeared on the scene. This roadmap was done almost 3 years ago, and we are sticking to it.
But if promoters have to sell 9% stake, I'm sure they would be hunting for a strategic partner or a long-term investor. Are you aware of any transaction which we should hear soon from the promoters of IndusInd Bank?
No, I don't think so. They will need to do that because most of the dilution in the promoter stake has happened through primary issuances that we have done. And as you know, every year we have gone to market and diluted. So they dilute that way. We do anticipate that in the current calendar year or fiscal year, we will go to market once again. And that dilution itself will bring them down to a very manageable figure. And the subsequent residual amount wouldn't be sort of difficult to dispose of.
In order to maintain a 30% growth and a 20% NII growth, what is the capital requirement for FY13 and beyond?
Well, if you really look at the way this bank has used capital over the last 12 months, we are not guzzling capital because the balance sheet growth, the way we are doing it, is not consuming as much capital as would be expected. Notwithstanding that, 30% growth will take capital. So, if we do go to market sometimes during this fiscal year, I would imagine that there would be a dilution of, say, 8 to 10%. And that should take care of our needs for the next 3 years.
Right. Mr. Sopti, as of now, you've managed to grow at a run rate of about 30% plus, but that's largely because of a low base. Your base is about 1,000 crores a year. But eventually, as the size will grow, do you think the base effect would hit you and it will be difficult to sustain a CAGR growth of 30% plus?
No, see, the base, when we started, say, 4 years ago, when there was a management change, the loan book was only close to about 9 or 10,000 crores. Then we showed 30%. This year we grew off a base of 30,000 crores and still showed that 30% growth. So, compared to the market and compared to really the big boys, we still have a small base, but we have increased reach. We have penetrated the corporate base pretty robustly. Our branch network is increasing. So I would imagine that 25-30% growth is not so much of a challenge without sacrificing margins.
FY13 you will... So I'm archiving this as a guidance then, that for FY13 you will give a profit growth of 30%.
Yeah, see, balance sheet growth, the only guidance we give is on balance sheet growth.
30%.
We always said
that is the guidance.
No, that's a guidance for growth in my loan book and the balance sheet.
Okay, fair.
Okay, Mr. Sopti, what about the banking bill? I mean, even though it's not been passed right now, it has got the cabinet's nod as of now. Would this really increase foreign as well as promoter interest in private banking space? Your thoughts on the same?
Well, I think it's an improvement over the 10%, which was always a hurdle. But you see, there are other elements to it. So it's not just the voting rights. Today, as per the guidelines of the regulator, for instance, foreign banks cannot own more than 5%. So the 26% voting right is still a voting right on paper, unless, there is a concomitant increase in the stake that, say, a foreign player can buy. But I'm sure it's a relief item. This is something which has been pending for the last 5 or 6 years.
But what about financial investors? I mean, financial investors who are not strategic in nature, I'm sure they would be keen on this opportunity.
Yeah, you see, financial investors, they come in only when they see a management that they would like to support. So, you've not seen in the banking space any sort of a controversy on voting rights. You're talking of, say, FIIs, for instance, We've not seen any controversy emerging from there, but it does give them a handle just in case they want to influence management. They have better voting rights.